What's going on, guys? Spencer Clays here. Today's video is going to be shooting from the hip. We're going to be talking about conserving your energy, making things happen in this life. And this is in particular response to a lot of the things that are going on right now. You know, politically, people are angry. They're worried about this and that, what the president's doing, all this sort of stuff. And so to start this video off, I want to say that one of the top two things that Jesus had said in the Bible, love your neighbor as yourself, was the second one. The first one was love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And so I want to focus on the second one. Love your neighbor as yourself. And so going forward now, we're going to kind of get into people who need to be a little bit better about this, including myself. This is a very potent topic, especially online. You know, you go online, you just see two sides. You see the left versus the right, conservatives versus liberals. It's us versus them. And this is one of the most damaging mindsets on the entire planet, and it's so powerful. Like, all of us get sucked into it, myself included. I was just talking just commenting back and forth a little bit online, and I stopped myself. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I trying to convince this person this or that? Am I going to pull out a fact that's going to convince them? Have you ever talked to a 2-year-old child or a 3-year-old child, any child? You can't even convince a child what to do. They want what they want. We are all human beings. We are all given free will. So the idea that you're going to convince somebody else of your way of thinking is just a complete waste of energy. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. So many people are giving away their energy online to other commenters, people that don't like them. They're giving their thoughts to things that they can't fucking control. Like, one of the things that really pisses me off is when people get so involved in politics, they make it their whole life. Anything they talk about, all they want to talk about is, oh, what's going on here, what's going on there. Like, back when the last president, this isn't apolitical, because obviously you see one side is mostly bitching, moaning, complaining. They're out and protesting. People without jobs, people who don't really have anything better to do. This is something that, like, it's the craziest thing right now. And so, like, people like me, guys that work for a living, guys that, you know, we got calluses on our hands. You're not seeing us out there holding signs because it's implied, right? Like, protesting, I don't know, it's almost a symbol of weakness. You need to be standing around with a bunch of other people that think the same way you do. And for what, though? Who gives a shit? We voted. Move on with your lives. Like, and this is both sides too, right? Like, obviously I'm on the right. I'm more of a conservative type person. But again, I hate getting caught up in the idea of labels, because, and this is another thing that I want to mention too. If you look at the biggest, in the left's mind, oh, Trump and Elon, they're evil, they're fascists, and it's just this weird, it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's like this hive mentality where these people have completely lost all thought. They're like, these people are bad, they're fascist Nazis. And I saw someone posted a meme of like Vicini, or no, it wasn't Vicini, it was the Inigo Montoya, where he's like, you keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. And people are just reciting this hive mind mentality. Oh, he's bad. And it's the weirdest thing, because if you see any person on earth, think of your parents, think of your teachers, think of your family members, think of your friends, your loved ones. Are they perfect people? Fuck no. Everyone's made mistakes. Like, the thing that I see with Trump and Elon is they are being the men, the leaders that this country needs. And that's going to ruffle some feathers. Same thing with my dad. I remember my dad, I had a strong father growing up. And so naturally, that's how I respond. We need someone to take charge of this country, not be lax and like, oh, it's okay. Like the loving mother. And so obviously, like, the left has a point in the sense that we need to love each other, blah, blah, blah. But then again, right now I'm seeing the most hate-filled people are the people that are screeching on the left. But again, this is a both sides. I don't really want to, because there's people that are bad examples on both sides. So again, the point of this video though is to really just like think before you start commenting, before you start thinking of in anger and such. Think about what you're doing right now. You're giving your energy away when you should be spending that energy getting shit done. Like the last president term, Sleepy Joe, I wasn't thinking about that every day. I did not give a shit what he was doing in office. Yeah, maybe I don't agree with anything that he did, but at the same time, I'm going to work every day, making money. I'm focused on bettering my life. People need to take control of your own life, dude. Like, honestly, politics is little slop. Like, politicians, this is pretty much almost all politicians are there just to frickin', it's a bureaucratic, just management job. For me, it's like the exact opposite of what I would want to do in life. And so I would rather produce, actually contribute to society. And we need this. We need those people. We need the people who are willing to climb the greasy pole of politics and pass laws and whatever, all this stuff. I personally would rather die than be a politician, but again, we need it. So don't give your energy away, my friend. Like, if you're watching this, really take this to heart. And this is something that I saw in a video recently where he was talking about calling your energy back to you. Anytime you're commenting, doing this, that, getting angry, you're getting emotional. I mean, there's a lot of other examples. You know, maybe you have substance abuse, maybe you're drinking too much, maybe you're watching porn or whatever it is. Anytime you're giving your energy away, you're saying yes to something and you have to say no to something else. And so whether you're saying yes to something is, if that's commenting online, getting in a heated comment battle, you're basically just wasting your entire day. You're not producing something. And so that's why I'm making this video, because I was about to comment something towards someone that was screeching, and I was like, wait a second, am I really gonna comment something that's gonna change this person's mind? This person's obviously angry. They're not really thinking clearly. So literally, I would just be taking the 2 minutes to write this comment. All that energy is just wasted, just pure spit away. And so that's something that I refuse to do, and that's why I'm making this video, to actually do something productive, hopefully inspire you to do the same. It's raining right now, so I'm walking around in the backyard. I remember one video, someone was like, "You're making me dizzy by walking around the yard in circles," and I was like, "I'm getting dizzy, like, come on, dude. Go watch another video then." People are all, and one of my friends commented this the other day, because I've had a more cynical view of people recently. Just, there's so much online, and obviously I'm online. This is a big part of the way that I do business. You know, it's just, I have to be in this world. And I saw, Henry David Thoreau back in like 1854. He wrote the book Walden. I actually haven't read the book, but it's a pretty famous book where in 1850s he was like fed up with like the newspapers, all this stuff, and so he decided, he moved out to the New York countryside, built a cabin, and just lived peacefully in a cabin in the woods. And that was in the 1850s, and here we are, like, coming up on 200 years later, and things are still the same. People are, now it's not newspapers, it's social media. This is just how humans have always operated. You read the Bible, there's just so many people like fighting, and this is something that unfortunately we humans cannot seem to figure out. We cannot seem to love each other as the way we should. We get split up. And then some people will even take this further and be like, oh, it's a massive conspiracy led by certain people that are in charge of us and fighting us amongst each other. That may be true. But I also think that we all need to take responsibility for ourselves. Like, before we start blaming conspiracy theories about like certain groups of people in charge, look at yourself. Like, if you're like, I don't know if I want to even say it on camera on YouTube, but people will say, oh, the Jews are doing this, the Jews are doing that. Well, if you want to not support the Jews, don't watch porn, don't get a credit card. Boom. Now you've evaded the system. So if you're doing those two things that I just mentioned, those are just a couple examples. Like, people who are the maddest they put themselves in that position, right? It's like fat people getting mad at McDonald's. And this is another really big problem, is people don't want to take responsibility for their actions. They're like, oh, well, McDonald's needs to have healthier food. They need to not cook with this type of oil. It's making people fat. It's like, what the fuck? I go to McDonald's sometimes. I'm not fat. Like, I was way more shredded back before I had a kid, but now it's like time for the gym but I'm probably still like, 14% body fat, and still got abs. But it's just insane to me. People are like, they want any chance they can like shill out their own decisions to someone else. Oh, it's the corporations, it's their fault. It's these people's fault. It's the politicians. It's just a lack of accountability, lack of responsibility. And again, people just wasting their fucking energy complaining instead of actually spending time to fix it. Like if you took all that energy where you're just worried about like who's doing what, you put that towards your own self, growing your own business, make your own money, going to the fucking gym, going on a run, your life would be better, dude. And honestly, who gives a fuck what anyone else thinks? As we mentioned, a 2-year-old child, you cannot convince this child to do anything. Obviously, you can force them, you can do this and that, you can try and like convince them by bribery or whatever. There are ways, but you can't make someone else think the way you want to. It's not possible. It's not how we're built. So, point of this video, conserve your energy. Don't worry about what anyone else on this fucking planet is doing. Take responsibility for your own actions. Again, radical message on this channel here today. So anyways, that is enough for today. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, great day. And again, this is all said with love. Whether this or that, I do believe that at the end of the day, the powers that be do benefit greatly from us like battling each other. So I will say that. Oh, and I did want to mention too, like going back to my father, or Trump, or whatever. It's like, or Elon. It's like none of these people are perfect, and like demanding that someone be perfect is insane to me. Like, oh, this person did this one thing that I don't like, so now, like, obviously I have a Tesla, dude. I mean, I didn't get it for any like environmentally saving reasons. I got the car because it's cool and it's really fast, and honestly, it was a great price. So, who gives a fuck? And the thought that someone's gonna try and key my car, just like really grinds my gears. So I don't know. But anyways, this is said with love. So go out, love your fellow man, and also just fucking get your own shit done. Don't care what anyone else is doing. Let's have a great week. Let's get after it, guys. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the Spencer Clay Show. That's all for now. See you in the next episode. Peace.